I don't know if this is true, but I literally just seen this shit. Alberto Del Rio. Regardless of his personal issues, Alberto Del Rio was fucking fire to me. I've always had like Alberto Del Rio. Um, I heard this. I just forgot AAA is under WWE now. And Alberto Del Rio, about a couple of months, did have an incident. This dude always got something going on. He's a firecracker. But Alberto Del Rio did have an incident with AAA. But I literally just seen some shit that Alberto Del Rio is re-signed with the WWE. That's hard to believe. I had to see that to believe that. I really don't believe that one. That's hard to literally believe, bro. That's a guy I never thought would come back. I thought there was too much controversy behind his name. I thought it was way too much behind his name. And then you had Paige not too long ago talking about she want to come back to WWE. I don't think she might come back now. No. She might come back as a producer or something. But Alberto Del Rio coming back, I think that's dope. But I mean, do WWE really need Alberto though? I mean, he'd be a pretty cool addition of nostalgia for the time being. But I've always had like Alberto. I thought his in ring was great. I thought he was one of those guys that broke the Latino curse of wrestling booking. If you know if you know, you know. But let me explain to people that don't know the Latino curse for men, especially, where if you are a luchador, you're pretty much stuck in luchador gimmicks or luchador stories where you don't really reach no higher than the mid card title picture, like Kalisto and like Penta might not reach no higher, like Ray Phoenix may not reach no higher. We'll have to wait and see for them, but like even not even just luchadors that wear masks. Anybody that was caught in the Rey Mysterio vortex, you're either gonna go above Rey Mysterio and do some better things like Alberto, or you're gonna be stuck. Look at Santos. What's the end game for Penta and Rey Phoenix? Oh, the Rey Mysterio match. Then what? We'll just have to wait and see, but don't be surprised if they're just luchadors on the fucking card like Lucha House Party was for years. Once you fight Rey Mysterio and get involved with Rey Mysterio, you're stuck. Alberto was one of the last guys, and I'm going to tell you why, because he was a big guy. Alberto was like, what? He's like 6'5", 6'6", 250. So, yeah, he didn't have to stick around with Rey Mysterio unlike a lot of other people. He didn't have to be stuck in the Rey Mysterio vortex. A lot of people don't talk about that Rey Mysterio vortex, but it's the truth. Because Rey Mysterio is the standard of Latino wrestlers. I'm sure it's a Rey Mysterio call when Latino wrestlers come in. And I'm sure every Latino wrestler wants to have something to do with Rey Mysterio. Why wouldn't you? But it's up to the WWE. After Rey Mysterio make his call, it's up to the WWE to get that guy out of that vortex and make the best of him. Santos Escobar is a prime example of he got fluent English, but he's stuck at the bottom of it. He's stuck jobbing pretty much. Although I think he just returned because he was injured. So it's possible. But like, look at Andrade. Doing nothing already. He was another guy that was in the Rey Mysterio vortex. Look what he done. Nothing. All that was holding him back is his English barrier. I think that's really holding him back. Because he's a pretty big guy himself. If Alberto got the English barrier down, if he broke that barrier, I think Andrade would be doing a lot better. But none of these guys are Alberto Del Rio. And Alberto Del Rio coming back to WWE is controversial and it's shocking to me. I'm hearing about it. I don't know if it's true. I'm hearing about it though. But that's pretty crazy. I don't really know any other updates. I don't know if it's going to be a AAA versus NXT thing or who really knows, because WWE is working with other companies, which is shocking to hear, but we got to Gotta understand this is a different management, it's a different vision, it's a different direction, and this is WWE monopolizing at the end of the day, like they always do. This just like back in the day when Vince McMahon took over all the territories. WWE's doing the same thing right now with TNA. They're just slowly but surely going to take all their talent, their top talent that they actually want. Because I believe that Joe Hendry will be in WWE next year for sure. For sure. I believe Moose will be in WWE next year. I believe they already got Jordan Grace. Oh, they're not touching Tessa Blanchard. I highly doubt that. Highly doubt they touch Tessa Blanchard. She might have to be a couple more years in TNA before they touch her. They gonna allow her to redeem herself. But AAA, they actually bought AAA, so oh yeah, we're going to see a lot of luchador type guys. But Alberto's the most shocking one though. I didn't see that one coming. But if y'all got any more updates on what's going on, and I don't know if he signed. I really don't know if he signed. I'm hearing about it, but sometimes reports be fake. But I've been seeing this shit though. It's pretty crazy to me. Seriously, I'm like, wow, like really? They really signed him again? That's dope to me. But I just think, what would he bring to the table at this point though? Royal Rumble winner, multiple time world champ, Money in the Bank. He's got a Hall of Fame career whether you like it or not. He literally do. But I just feel like, what is he going to bring to the table at this point? What, Alberto is how old? Yeah, Alberto is 47 years old, yeah. I mean, we got older guys already in the company, but I mean, Alberto could be a cool addition for certain minor things, But I don't know what value he really has long term. Maybe he signed a 2-year contract, 3-year. By the time he's 50, that'll be it, But regardless, though, age isn't really a factor if you're still in good shape. You still got value. So for a lot of people that would probably say, oh, he's too old or whatever. No, well, you might as well say that about LA Knight then. You got to say the same thing about LA Knight. LA Knight is like 42 years old, bro. You got to say the same shit about him then, if that's the case. Yeah, LA Knight's like 42. He's going to be 43 this year. You got to say the same thing about him. He's no different from Eddie Kingston. He made it at a later age. But people are clamoring, oh, he should be in the main event. He should be the world champ. Okay, so Alberto coming in, I'm not saying he should be in the main event. He should be world champ. But if anybody complained about his age, you might as well complain about LA Knight's age. You might as well complain about everybody's age. CM Punk, Cody. Although I feel like if you're 40, you still got a lot of years. 40 is not old in wrestling, bro. It's really not. And like I said, age really isn't a factor if you're still in great shape and you still got value. That's just a fact. Ric Flair was 50. Ric Flair was like, excuse me. Ric Flair was like 54, 53 in 2005 and 28, right? And he was still giving us great matches, great moments. He was part-timing on certain levels, but this nigga was still in Money in the Bank ladder matches and shit at 50-something, bro. So sit here and tell me your age automatically just debunks you. No. If you still have value, what's the problem? But that's all I got to say about Alberto Del Rio. I think it's crazy that they, for what I'm hearing, they possibly signed this man again. So that's pretty wild to me. Congrats to him regardless. And like I said, regardless of his personal issues, they got nothing to do with the wrestler, to me. I always thought he was a great wrestler. It sucks that he had to depart the way he did. I never really wanted Alberto to go away. But what do you guys think it is? Like, share, subscribe, dislike, all the good shit. We are out.